part that I find it very interesting, at least according to me, the fact that Abu Gininda, they drove all the way to KZN, and yeah, my lord, not only do they drive all the way to KZN, but when they get there, guess what? They kidnap the old man and say, listen, you are going to do what we want you to do. It's our way or the highway. I'm going to insert a video, don't worry. But there seems to be similarities in how these people are moving. It's not the first time we hear about Brigadier Gininda being accused of similar incidents. Can I say that again? It's not the first time you hear them being accused of something similar. Now, if witnesses that are outside tells you of this Brigadier Gininda that does things in an unconstitutional manner, then you've got people who are outside and people who are inside testifying about the same thing. And you can't dismiss that because based on what we have heard from the Madlanga Commission, you can't help but say there's Brigadier Julius Mkwanas there, who's accused of organizing a group of people who were going around breaking the law, doing whatever they want, stealing coppers, drowning people. Those are the accusations that are coming from the Madlanga Commission. I say this to qualify the following. If this happened, I am asking myself a question. What more we don't know? If this, if what Absolom Zungu is telling us, if it is nothing but the truth, then you have to ask yourself a question. What will happen to the state's case? Okay. Those are some of the questions that were running in my mind to say, I wonder what will happen to the state's case. Consider the fact that it looks like everything was based on that hearsay evidence. Now that even the person who have said to have given Zungu Jr. most credible information, considered to be a breakthrough in this case, if that person comes back and say, by the way, I know nothing about this, the question is, what does it do to the state case? Will it convince the judge to actually look at the accused and be like, you know what? These people might have been, they might have been telling me the truth. Listen to Absolom Zungu. Here.
I told you about the person because I don't know what is it that you are going to do about the person.
Ibifika njalo abantu abangithi bayazi babebuza thawu lona ngithi nayo ipoison nami ngikhulume nje ngokukhulu ukukhululeka ukuthi mangitshela ukuthi ayo ipoison alomfana wami.
Because people would also then be asking, and this one, and then I would freely tell them that no, my son is a police officer.
Okwakungiphatha ke kulo mntana nami ngihlale ngimkhuza njalo. Wayethi mayefika athi ufuna ababulala umeyi.
Now, the thing that would then stick with me when my child would arrive is that he would say he is looking for Mayiwa's killers.
Mangidlula ke lapho ke kwase kuthi nyake ukuthi abuya ngilethele lezi izinto enjengalezi.
It was then quiet. In other words, now with regards to him now bringing me stuff like this.
Yes. Okunye ke engakubeka ngoba phela le taxi yamanje.
And the other thing that I can say, because this is not a recent thing,
ngoba ngaze ngathula ke sengithulile ngase ngibona ke nakho ke sokusuka ke esethi umfana lo wami uyeza uthi uGininda ufuna ukungibona.
And then what then happened now is that my son then informed me that he was coming because Gininda said that he wanted to see me.
ngathi mina yini inkinga yakhe
I then asked, what's his problem?
wasethi kayezokubona wase kuthi ngelanga ekseni waseqhamuka lo mfana wami
I then said, no, he want to see you. And then on the particular morning, my son arrived.
ngingazange ngimbone efika wayefika ngaleso sikhathi esuka la eGoli
Without me, I just saw him at that particular time. Upon his arrival, he was coming from Gauteng.
nakho-ke lapho engikhona wathi umfana wami usacelwa uGininda uthi mina ungicela wathi nangu emotweni
My son then said to me, Gininda is asking for you or asking to see you. I then asked where he is. And he then said he's in the car.
ngaya-ke vese ngashiya nje nasendlini ngavalile
I then went there, left the house, not even having closed or locked.
hayi mangifika laphana kwathiwa hayi awungene emotweni Zungu sacela ukuya lapha edrobheni sijikela edrobheni
When I got to the car, I was then asked or requested to get into the vehicle, get into the car, Zungu, we're just going to make a turn in town.
yes kwahanjwa
We then left.
hayi-ke into engiphethe kabi vese sangigulisa ngisho enhliziyweni
Now, this is the thing that is now not sitting well with me, that still makes my heart not to be okay, or makes my heart to be sore.
ma imoto ihambe ingangena edrobheni
When the car traveled and did not make its way into town,
ngiyawazi-ke umgwaqo vese ophuma edolobheni obheka uma uza nje yonke indawo engapha koGoli kobani koBhetali
I know the route that doesn't go to town and leads you towards Betal and Johannesburg.
Thank you, Mr. Zungu. Thank you. Now, saying your son arrives you and says, Gininda requests to see you, and you go into the car. Who else was in that vehicle? Let's start here. How many vehicles did you see?
We are sure ukuthi indodana yakho yasithi ke uyacelwa emotweni. Kwakune imoto engaki owayibona?
ayodwa
One,
Thank you.
i-4x4
a 4x4.
Now, when you got into the car, were there any other people?
Uma ke usufika noma usungena phakathi emotweni, babe khona abanye abantu ababengaphakathi.
kwakukhona odrayivayo
Was the driver
Yes.
naye-ke lo Gininda bamkhombisayo umfana
and the one called Gininda that my son pointed out to me.
bese kuba ngomunye futhi engamazi
Another one that's unknown to me,
kwase kuba yimi
and then myself.
Yes.
masifika endleleni sedlula ilokishi yasiyama imoto kwakhona ogibelayo
And then when we drove past the township, the vehicle stopped, and then there was someone who got into the vehicle.
Yeah, and what happened to your son?
Indodana yakho yona kwenzekani ngayo?
Wayekhona.
He was there.
He was part of the people who were in the same vehicle.
Yes.
Was that now the first time that you came across Gininda?
Kwaku ihlandla loqala uhlangana nayo uGininda.
kwakungelokuqala ngangamazi
It was the first time he was unknown to me.
But how did you get to know that Gininda was among those people who were in the vehicle?
Manje ke wakwazi kanjani ke ukuthi ke uGininda kwakuyingxenye yabantu ababe lapho kuleyo moto.
washo umfana lo wami
My son told me.
What did he say?
Washo wathini?
wathi uye lo Gininda
He said, this is Gininda.
So did he point him out and said, this is the Gininda that I've always been talking about?
Ingaba wamkhomba yini wathi uyena uGininda lo ekade ngikhuluma ngaye?
wamkhomba bathi uye lo hlele eceleni
He pointed him out and said, it's this one who's seated on the side.
Did Gininda react? Did Gininda say anything?
Uma indodana yakho isho kanjalo, ukhona abakusho yena uGininda?
akazesho kwatshena mina nje uye lo Gininda.
No, he did not say anything. My son only told me and said, this is Gininda.
Okay, thank you. You may proceed.
kwase kugibela omunye-ke abangisho nje endleleni owubhuti engamazi
And then as I'm saying that, along the way, an unknown gentleman then got into the vehicle.
Yes.
ngase wasethi wasethi-ke lo ngathi mina ngabuza ukuthi hayibo kanti ningisaphi na
Mawusithi wasithi lo, ubani lo? Ubani lo? Wasithi lo, ubani?
oh ngangibuza nje ngifayela ubani ngabuza ukuthi hayibo kanti ningisaphi na ngoba yibaba besemotweni
I then asked them, where are you taking me?
Yes.
Yeah.
wathi lo nomunye asikutshelwa uwe
And then the other one said, we are not going to be told by you.
base benguhanjwa ke kwaphambili ngase ngibona hayi so ngathi nami khona lapho sengifike khona
Okay, so having done the right thing, I am still going to say, because it's me anyway, I am still going to say, well, I don't think, this is me, I'm a man, born under sin, subject to correction. I don't think that the accused should be sentenced, but we know that they will. Anyway, that's what it bothers me, and it makes me feel that when it comes to the sense of Mayo trial, that's one of the things that you kind of feel like here there is predetermined outcome here. They know what they want. The predetermined outcome, they will get it. But again, I think everything will be won on appeal. So it would be nice to place everything on record and do all of these things so that even if the predetermined outcome is or are achieved, but on appeal, then they get things or they get them released. But at the same time, I was looking at the accused as Absolom Zungu is testifying. I was looking at their reaction. They were like, they are agreeable to his testimony. I'm just hoping and wishing that even under cross-examination, I so wish that he maintain his cool, because Abo Baloyi, they are coming for Zungu. The fact that he has painted the local Gininda with this brush or in this brush, oh lolo, hey, oh lolo. I can tell you this: they are coming for him. They are preparing all sorts of things. They may not have fact, but the tactic that they seem to be using right now is that they constantly going to find a way of tiring you. Like what they did with Muzuka Ukololosbia, we saw during the time when, during the trial, within the trial, when Dr. Sibanda was cross-examining Ulokuntanzi, they just asked him a whole lot of nothing just to weary him. And we saw that with with Usbia. They asked him a whole lot of nothing just to tire him. That cross-examination could have been concluded even a day, if not a day, 2 days. But because they just want to, so that they can, look, once you get tired and you get annoyed, you get irritated, then you tend to say things that it favors them. So that's my worry when it comes to Absolom Zungu, to say, I hope and I wish that it doesn't break under cross-examination, because they are going to use every possible tactics. But he has an advantage in that he can just decide, he can just, you know what I'm saying, he can just continue with his stubbornness, you know, because that's the only way you can get away with Usbanda, no look. Just be as stubborn as possible under cross-examination. At least that's what I think it will work. But Kev, I need you to give me your thoughts and your opinion on the comment section below about the fact that what do we do about this information? We now know, as a matter of fact, oh, well, I wouldn't say as a matter of fact, but yeah, Absolom Zungu tells us that these people came with the 4x4 and I was actually kidnapped by these people. They were forcing me to do their will. It was their way or their way, or it was the highway, you know what I'm saying, or the other way. But had I decided that I don't want to comply, a lot would have happened, because my very own son had decided that money was more important than my life, so I needed to comply. But at the end of it all, I'm not the author of everything that is purported to be from me. I'm not an author of that. So with that being said, I want to ask the question then, because it begs the following, to say, what will then happen in all of this? When all has been said and done, what will then happen?